His gal went to swinging on him, but what I was trying to say is that even in her violent state, because they was like, he was a big whoop-de-whoop, because when she attacked him, and we all went to go try to grab her, he was guarding her like this here, saying, y'all don't touch her, y'all don't touch her. She started whopping this, y'all don't touch her, y'all don't touch her. You know what I'm saying? Leave her alone, leave her alone. Like he was protecting her and guarding her, even in a vulnerable state of her getting on his. You know what I'm saying? I'm there. I'm witness the whole thing.
Hey, real tone, there's some real money in the room.
What's your relationship with Lynn?
Turkeyleg, her Lynn?
Yeah.
We was cool, man. We was cool.
Like how cool?
We was cool, you know. We was cool. We wasn't hanging out or we didn't know each other from back in the day, but you know, we was cool. He had Turkeyleg her one time. He just I think I had done a video talking about Turkeyleg her about something, and he hit me up in the DM like, man, slide through, whoop de whoop, cause my old man would go, but my old man would wake up early in the morning. He was on that old shit. Wake up early, run your errands type shit. When he went to Turkeyleg hut, he was the very first standing in line. Right. Oh man, he was that type of nigga. And so, cause I told Lynn, I say, if it wasn't for you offering me to come, you know, and I, you know, cause I'm who I am and whoop de whoop, I went, cause the line be all the way down the street. You know what I'm saying? And I damn sure ain't doing like my old man, getting up early in the morning to come try to get a turkey leg. You know what I'm saying? Cause I want to be prime time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When it's going down, you know. But nah, we was cool, man. And he hit me up, told me to slide through everything, always on him. I got carte blanche, you know what I'm saying? Don't never worry about anything. Okay. Whoop de whoop, you know what I'm saying?
It's very unfortunate because I respect what he did. You know what I'm saying? Even the block party that they had was major.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying?
He done a bunch of big stuff. I put Lynn right up there with Suge and Diddy. Like, you gotta be waking up like I was on top of the world. I had everything. Cause you gotta realize Turkeyleg Hut was, for a minute, you could easily say was the #1 restaurant in the world.
You can say that, that's arguable for sure. And I couldn't think of, at that time.
This is a major reason why Houston is a hotbed for tourism right now. That was really like we've always been, it's a secret, you know what I'm saying, that we know, but the rest of the world found out because of Turkeyleg Hut. Right. Because like, man, you got to go to Turkeyleg Hut. And then once they got here, they were like, oh yeah, Turkeyleg Hut. But no, this whole city is turned the fuck up. Like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so, but that was the flashpoint for the turn up of the city. And I hated it. I was out there when it exploded and when it went there. I was actually there when him and his gal had that infamous altercation. I'd done a video about it a couple weeks because he was taking a beating, and I was there. I witnessed it. I was there.
You was there and you claim to have seen.
I ain't no claim. I was there. I done a video about it. Lynn called me. I took it down. I said, okay, because he was taking a beat. And I wanted to actually let people know actually what the happened, because they would vilify a lot of people. What really was the straw for me, it was some broad, was she from, I can't even remember where she was from the East Coast. And I know she had never even met the man, but she's talking about how he's abusive and whoop-de-whoop. And I don't know, because I'm not in their house, I'm not in their bedroom, but I know you don't know fucking. You way on the East Coast. I know you don't know. So that was what the straw to. I was like, nah. So I done a video saying exactly what happened that night.
So what happened that night?
Well, I had took a little female out, and she was right there in 3rd Ward, because it was really, I was going home. But I say, since I'm over here, I stop by Almeida. Whoop, I pull up. right on the side street of Turkeyleg Hut and park right there behind Turkeyleg Hut. So I go, Turkeyleg Hut, faces, Alameda. When I come back, I see one of my partners, he's sitting right there in a truck, and he got a whole bunch of motorcycle vests, but Lynn was a hard rider motorcycle vest. So I already know he waiting on Lynn, or he finna, whoop the whoop. So I stop, holler at him for a second, boom, boom, boom. And I get in my car, and right when I'm finna pull up, Lynn whoop up in that red Rolls Royce, right on the side. You know what I'm saying? And hop out. And I let my window down. I'm like, Lynn, say my name, I'm finna pull out, let me go. And he waved me out. I say, hey, man. And so I see him walk over there to my partner. I was like, I let him get the vest. So he talking to my partner, and then I see the cut off walking to Turkeyleg Hut. But, it's a dangerous walk, like something going on type walk.
Right, serious.
Yeah, it's something. So I'm like, what the fuck this got going on? And then he get over there, and his gal and this other dude, which turns out to be old gay ass nigga. But I was like, that look homosexual. It was from a distance, but you know what I'm saying? I knew he was homosexual. I seen her with the later somewhere else, and it was the same. I was like, yeah, I knew that nigga was gay. Well, actually, when the altercation happened, and they walked up closer, and he was standing across the street, you could clearly see that he was homosexual, but neither here nor there. So anyway, Lynn walk over there, and you see him and his gal arguing. And so the little nigga, like, I don't know if the nigga getting away or whatever, say some whoop. So Lynn shove the nigga and post this shit up. And his gal jump in the middle and do her phone like this here, like recording. So I'm like, oh, this some bullshit right here. You know what I'm saying?
She's recording Lynn trying to fight.
Yeah.
Punk.
Yeah. Well, that's what the nigga is. So yeah, like, yeah, do it. I'm like, so at this point, I don't know, anytime a woman going trying to defend another against a husband, I'm like, this some bullshit. So Lynn, he kind of, I don't know what the fuck, but he walked back over there towards the car. And so I'm like, Lynn, let me out, my nigga. Let me go. Let me go, fam. Let me go. I don't want to be a part of this, my nigga, because this here is some other shit. Let me go. So his gal walk over there. They arguing and shit. And she steady filming and talking shit and shit. And I'm trying to stay out the way of the camera, and then out of nowhere, the nigga Lynn gonna because she say, give me my car, talking about the red Rolls Royce. And he gonna talk about smack water. She say, cut her car. I say, my nigga, what you doing? I don't know what's transpiring. I don't know what's going on, my nigga, but now you done implicated me in this shit, my nigga. Whatever the fuck happened, my nigga, I have no plausible deniability of this whole shit, my nigga. As a street nigga, man, you know better than that, my nigga. I was like, that's some whole, and if anybody who heard, they heard the whole, because she was going live. The whole altercation happened on live. She was going live. I don't know, was it Instagram, Facebook? She was going live.
So at what point, because you said you saw him get the pause put on him. At
Who?
what point, Lynn?
Nah, I ain't say nothing about him well, his gal went to swinging on him, but what I was trying to say is that even in her violent state, because they was like, he was a big whoop-de-whoop, because when she attacked him, and we all went to go try to grab her, he was guarding her like this here, saying, y'all don't touch her, y'all don't touch her. She steady whopping this nigga, y'all don't touch her, y'all don't touch her. You know what I'm saying? Leave her alone, leave her alone. Like he was protecting her and guarding her, even in a vulnerable state of her getting on his mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm there. I'm witnessed the whole thing. Finally, the nigga hopped in the car and drove off because she trying to hop in the car and she steady trying to open the door and shit. And he finally drive off. And, I didn't think shit of it. I'm watching the shit play out for 2-3 weeks. Because I'm like, this shit here is going to be bad, man. And he was taking a beating. You know what I'm saying? Taking a beaten. And like I said, I don't know what transpired, and I know the shit that happened up at Turkeyleg. I don't just know 100%, but I know enough to verify that certain shit is true, and and I know Lynn, he's an egomaniac. You know what I'm saying? And he really let his ego and let take him down.
Right. When you saw, because it was like a string of events happened.
Yeah.
Before his takedown, it was one of the worst takedowns that I've seen.
It was an ugly fall from grace.
Yeah, it was like first he lost in the public, like you just mentioned. You saw his wife go violent against him, but what we saw on social media was essentially his wife, like saying that he was this abusive bad guy, you know? And that's the vision that many people to this day still have.
Oh, but what? But that's social media for you. That's public perception. That's just how it is. That's human nature. When you winning, and not everybody is clapping for you. Some people is clapping at you, and not everybody is happy for your success. A lot of people is just sitting out waiting for the downfall or to fall off, to have something to laugh at, to talk about, to say, I told you so, whatever. I'm gonna tell you what's even crazy. When he started going through he had another altercation that took place at a car wash because of my partner Kanubi, whatever. And so he supposedly, allegedly choked her out or whatever, I don't know. But I guess the lawyer was like, man, you don't got any kind of character testimony in it. And he called me like, Smackwater, you still got that video? I say, you told me to take it down. I know you still got it. I say, my nigga, you not that important to me, fam. Like, I with you, but it's not that serious with me. I took it down and deleted that shit out of my phone. You know what I'm saying? If you find it, I say, ain't no finding it, my nigga. I just told you what happened. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, double back, asked me to take it down, I took it down, all right, my nigga. I was doing that to help you, you know what I'm saying, to save face, because you was definitely taking a beating, like socially, and I just wanted people to know, like, actual events, what took place that night. I witnessed the whole thing, and not once was he abusive towards her. Not once did he raise his hand towards her, none of that shit.
Well, so this Turkeyleg hut, we ended up seeing a video surface of people essentially putting gas. I believe it was the owner
blowing
of
Steve
5015. Yeah, 5015. One of the loudest clubs in the city.
Yeah. Because Steve is just as responsible for Turkeyleg Hut as anybody, because Steve is the blueprint for the success of how Turkeyleg got like that. Steve was involved in that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, while Lynn was locked up. You know what I'm saying? Steve helped to get that spot, and so Steve a bad dude. Steve Rogers, bad Leroy Brown, fam.
So why would they get into it to the level of, I'm gonna burn your stuff down?
I heard it, I don't know. It was a unceremonious leave that Steve took from Turkeyleg Hut. What they say Lynn was trying to, he basically forced him out and was trying to over him, because I think they had a lawsuit. I think Steve went and filed a lawsuit about it, you know what I'm saying? Wanted to be compensated or whatever, whatever agreement they had. And then he went and opened up a successful establishment, not even a block away, you know what I'm saying?
It's super successful.
Yeah.
They had Keith Sweat last night.
Yeah, and both of them was a satellite of each other. From what I heard, Lynn wanted a part of that. Because Lynn really, I just found out, this is some of the funniest shit too to me, because I went by Allure. Allure is now Turkeyleg, where Turkeyleg Hut was. They just opened it, and it's named Allure. Shout out to Bird and Lando. Goodfellas. But so I rode by. I didn't know it was open, or it was what night it was. I can't remember. But so I rode. I was like, oh shit, it's open. So I park. I go up in there. It really wasn't a big thing going on, but I just wanted to peek in and So and the whatchamacallit, the patio is smaller. And I was talking to, I can't think his name that's running it, but I was like, man, it's small. I was like, why y'all ain't used the back part? And he was like, man, that ain't part of Turkeyleg. Her Lynn had just jacked that shit. Like that's some other people's property, and Lynn just, I say, he did what? Why did it? He say, yeah, man, Lynn had just made that shit Turkeyleg and actually had extended that shit and made it a part of his business, like officially, well, unofficially, but officially looking. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who been there, they know the gate and the plant box ran all the way down and all the way. I was like, man, this here was really a crazy monkey.
Night.
Yeah, really a monkey. Like he really was. He really was a monkey. And I was laughing. I said, man, this here crazy motherfucker. Yeah, and that was, that comes back to bite you in the end, because when you're doing business, when you're doing anything, even in the streets, it's best to try to be as right as possible. And I know, damn, the street, try to be as right and as fair as possible, fam. Even when you're doing wrong, try to be as right and as fair as possible, because the more negativity that you pile on to a situation, life is like a scale. It got to balance itself out. Energy is a boomerang. Whatever you send out, man, it's definitely coming back, fam. Everything in this universe got to balance out. Everything operates on balance. Anytime something gets through out of whack, then it's going to be repercussions and circumstances for any and everything. You know what I'm saying? So, and when you keep just doing bad shit, you got to be crazy if you don't expect something bad to happen in return. You know what I'm saying? And life it don't send you any kind of receipt or anything. It doesn't tell you how much your bill is gonna be. It doesn't tell you when you gotta pay it. It don't tell you how often you gotta pay it. It could be a recurring bill. You know what I'm saying? Life determines that.
Well,
but to get back to what you were saying about the 5015, yeah, and that was just another saga. Like Hollywood couldn't have wrote this. Here is a perfect movie.
well, speaking of perfect movie, there has been a sequel, and it's looking like the grand finale, right? Where the wife,
with old boy.
Yeah, was with old boy. Come to find
I
out,
seen him at a spot one time, and when she seen me, she looked to see me and she froze. Like I'm like, cause she know me and Lynn was cool, but I'm not writing. I ain't he ain't calling me or nothing. I don't, I'm not who you put dick. Cause I done seen Lynn after they split. I seen him several times. Every time I seen him, he was with another bad little bitch. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know why she, like, smack seen me. We at a club. Everybody see it.
so she was openly dating him.
Yeah.
Okay, so the girl, who
Dating
is this guy?
Dated him well enough for the laws to come knock at her door about it. What the fuck? I don't know the nigga.
Right. So apparently, he's
But
somebody.
he was a nigga that was wanted by the laws.
Right. And I'm just trying to see a woman of her stature. You know what I mean?
They said the nigga was wearing Lynn clothes and shit. I don't know. I was like, that was my very reaction right there, what you just had. I like, ain't no way, my nigga. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. They say he was driving the cars and shit. I don't know. But I'm just saying but that when they said wearing the clothes, that was my very, I was like, get the fuck out of here. Ain't no self-respecting nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Man, your dude locked up. I'm putting on his clothes.
Nah.
Lynn clothes. I know Lynn has some.
I don't give a goddamn what a dude got in his closet.
Your husband, that ain't right.
I'm going to tell you something.
That ain't right.
My pops, rest in peace, man, been dead 5 years. And I threw away a lot of his shit, but it's a lot of this shit that I ain't brought myself to throw away. And his clothes, it's some of his clothes still in there, and I ain't wore none of that. You know what I'm saying?
My thing is this, right? He's and she, as well as Lynn, innocent till proven guilty. Now, but my question is this, right? Because she really put that narrative out there about Lynn, and apparently she helped him while he had a situation with his ex that I guess she took him from.
Talking about the new nigga.
The new guy.
Yeah.
Well, what does her getting caught in that situation say about her?
I really don't say shit. That's just life, fam. It really, it's not you can't take that and base that on, because I don't know her well enough to base that on her character. You know what I'm saying? For you ask me, what does it say about her? All I know of her is what I see at Turkeyleg her, because that's the only time before pre-Lynn getting locked up, that's the only time I ever experienced her in any setting. And all I ever seen her do was sit there and look queenly on a throne.
She does a great job of that.
Yeah, very good job.
Very good job.
Yeah, very good job of that. And she looked at motherly. She looked the part. She definitely looked and played the part. So I don't know her. Our conversations were, I'll speak to her. About the longest conversation I had with her was right after the little boy was born, and everybody was, I think she was still pregnant with him, but everybody was just so goo gaga. I say when the baby's born, you need to park that little nigga right here and put a bucket right next to him, y'all. That's another hustle. You know what I'm saying? She laughed like a mother. She say, you crazy as hell, man. Well, I'm like, they so, you know what I'm saying?
Everything.
Yeah, because before it all blew up, they were a picture of black excellence and black love. Like they was hashtag relationship goals to a lot of black women. Right. You know what I'm saying? And and I could see a lot of niggas admiring Lynn, which they did, you know what I'm saying? Because he come home from the feds and you got the #1 restaurant in the world, fam. You know what I'm saying?
He got a bad woman with him right next to him.
Yeah. But flying all from around the world to come to your restaurant, stars, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
For sure.
But I hope everybody take a second to let that shit sink in. This nigga said Lil Wayne was his OG, my nigga.
Lil Wayne.
Nigga got put down through a song, my nigga. This shit is crazy. All right, go ahead.
Well, when I say the speck out of our eye, meaning Houston,
I get what you're saying.
They just found
another body. Yeah. Another
body.
Yeah.
Were we on 13, 14, or 15?
Nah, I think it's like 16 or 17.
Bodies.
Yeah, black and brown bodies. And male and females. That's the crazy part. This one was a dude. Yeah, this one was a dude. So I don't know. Now possibly it doesn't have to. I don't know if it's a serial killer, because Houston is a copycat city too. You know what I'm saying?
So you think we got a copycat murderer?
No, I'm just saying when there is something trending within the city that gravitate to it, like you young, so you don't know, and you're not from Houston like that, not no shade or nothing, but back in the day we had a nigga called the Uzi Man. See, and Uzi Man walked around, supposedly, I never seen him, in a black trench coat. And once the news got out, he was definitely a real nigga, you know what I'm saying? But once the news got out about him, everybody started wearing black trench coats around this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean about copycat city. You know what I'm saying? But getting found in the bayou, so like shit, kill this nigga, throw him in the bayou. You know what I'm saying? Because it could have been behind anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, you know, and I don't want to speculate because I know the family going through things, but you know, he was hit up, you know, but I didn't really just inspect his tattoo, but so it could be, and that, you don't, not necessarily saying you got to be from the streets and have tattoos automatically make you from the streets. That's not what I'm saying. But, you know, it could have been a host of anything why he ended up in the bayou. But at the end of the day, if it's not a serial killer, it's just what's trending in the city. You know what I'm saying? So a nigga grab a dick, throw a nigga in the bayou. You know what I'm saying? Because it whatever going on, it feel like it takes the pressure or up off of them, because it's already a situation over here that they're trying to, and they know, okay, if we throw him in the bayou, ain't no way they can assess that we done all them other bodies. You know what I'm saying? They can't connect us to the other bodies. So they, in their mind, they probably feel like it's hard to connect them to that one body by throwing it into the bayou. Possibly. I'm not saying that that's the situation, but knowing how street niggas think or how just think, period, you know what I'm saying? It's rational. It's logical from that standpoint that a would throw somebody in the bayou because it's already what's happening, and it's gonna be hard because they looking for a profile. Trust me, the law's got a profile of or what they think the killer or killers are. This another body helps murky that water up. You know what I'm saying? So
it gotta be somewhat scary though. Like 13 to 16 bodies found in a matter of 2 weeks.
it's been longer than 2 weeks.
2 months?
It goes back to the summertime. But I haven't been keeping track, but I know the first time I heard about it was in the summer, you know, so at the end of the summer, but it was like around July, August.
Right, and every week since then, there's
And when
been
I
a
say
body
the end,
pulled
because
out.
I know some are gonna be like, that ain't the end of the summer. I'm calculating end of the summer with school time summer, like when
Right.
kids get ready to go back to school summer. So that's why I say the end of the summer, because that's what I'm thinking about.
Right. About time.
Is it, KK?
Long overdue for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Today on Real Tune TV, we have a Houston legend,
Legend, period, KK.
Smack Water.
Yeah, what's up with it? I'm a legend, period. Global icon, you know, all that shit, internationally known. Yeah, but definitely a legend in the, locally, yeah. What? You good?
Yeah, something.
Yeah.
Sound. But Smack, I don't know if you've seen a Real Tune interview before.
I seen clips, not entire. You know, I ain't no big the podcast that I have watched. It hasn't been many. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But you've seen us.
Yeah, I'm very, very, very knowledgeable, and I know who you is. I'm sitting down with you.
Right. And which I consider an honor and a pleasure.
Yeah.
You one of those voices, man, where I think when you speak, people listen.
Whether they like it or dislike it, you know, I try to speak sensibly or logically, realistically, you know.
One of the things that I really respect about you is that you don't just touch the culture or the BS of the culture. You also will touch real black issues.
world issues. It just don't have to be black issues. Information is very, very important, fam. You know what I'm saying? And you got a lot of people that hoard information. Or you heard the phrase, the game is to be sold, not told.
Right.
You got shit like that hinders the passing of information and all that there. But I feel like anything that I have that could possibly help somebody, or anything that I've attained, or any perspective that I've gained from living this life, you know, I'm willing to share it at free of charge. I do a lot for just on the G, just because it's paying it forward. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot has been done for me. Nobody made it to the top by themselves. Nobody is a completely self-made. About as self-made as it gets is a nigga like me, because I done all that shit on the phone, edited my own video, whoop de whoop. Ain't nobody done a thing, but I still can't say that I'm completely self-made, because it took you to watch it. It took you to share it. It took them to leave a comment, to tell somebody, hey, you know what I'm saying? So everything goes hand in hand in this life. And that's just a real way of looking at it.
Right. So I just want to start off with what's currently trending in the news. So I'm not sure if you saw the video, but one of Lil Durk's close affiliates.
Nah, I haven't seen it. I haven't even heard of it. First I'm hearing right here.
THF Bezo, this is a close affiliate of Lil Durk and King Von, OTF artist. He was killed broad daylight in Chicago.
Okay.
I was told he was in a little village, which is a Mexican neighborhood, and he was stopped, hunted, and gunned down on video while getting his car worked on. You a man who's from the streets. What do you make of that situation?
Ain't too much to make out of it. It's Chicago. 9 times out of 10, you know, you say he was an affiliate of Durk and Von them. So, you know pretty much what side of the street he stood on. And you know the other niggas on the other side of the street, what they stood on, what they stand on. And, you know, it's a lot of history in Chicago when it comes to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Just as well as Los Angeles. Like, the gang culture is real in them two cities. Like, it's not for play. And, you know, unfortunately, you know, us as people, when we caught up in that type of environment and culture, you know, we looking to gun each other down, kill each other. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? It's tragic. It's a sick mindset. I understand it because I'm of it. I come from it. But I see the sickness in it. You know what I'm saying? I see how debilitating and how counter-revolutionary it is. Right. But at the same time, when a certain type of way of thinking and living has been instilled in you since pretty much conception, since before you was born, you're born to this, like this life basically chose you because it dropped you in mother. You always got a choice. Yeah, to a certain extent, you know, do choose to join a gang, but to a lot of people, it's survival. To some, it's acceptance. To some, it's guidance. To a lot of them, it's trying to fill a void, something that you lack. And here is an institution or something that you feel can fill this void. That's something missing in your life. Matters how demonstrative or hurtful, traumatic it can be, but everybody just looking to feel whole. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I'd hate to point the speck out of another city's eye when we have logs in our
No,
home?
this isn't about Chicago. This is a black people problem. This ain't a Chicago, just a Chicago problem. This is a black people problem. It just so happens that Chicago's environment and community this is what they hone in on. This is what they focus on, this part of the vision. But the vision amongst us as a people exists across the spectrum everywhere in this country.
You know, I got into some trouble about saying this over the last couple of weeks, in that my hypothesis was that the division came from the gangs, which were spread through the drug trade. And so now you have people in Texas.
That fueled it.
You have people in Texas claiming streets they've never been on.
Yeah, well, so it's so many different elements that plays parts in evolution. Like, this has to happen for this to happen. It has to be a perfect situation and perfect scenario for certain things to happen. Now, when it comes to the negativity that we have in our culture, it's not necessarily so concrete. You know, basically, gangs became a thing. Chicago and Chicago cats moved to LA. You know what I'm saying? And then LA evolved it and made it what it was, and in an attempt to some people trying to escape maybe cases or the environment itself or the game or whatever, or just going searching for new land to conquer. They ventured out and they took that mentality with them. And, you know, they was proud of it and they represented it, and it just spread. To some, they didn't even have to go there. It was glamorized on TV through music and through videos. So, you know what I'm saying? So right here on this block, I remember one time we was over there in the store and this little cat walked in the store. Maybe, if I was to say, anywhere from 17 to 19. I could see his face clear as day right now, and this was years ago, because the shit was so comedic. It was like, what? So we was all standing in the back by where the casino games was, and the little nigga walked in. He was flamed up head to toe, super blood. You know what I'm saying? This nigga probably could fly, super blood. Had bandana around the head, neck, wrist. You know what I'm saying? Every well, I was like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? So I inquired. I just had to know. I was like, say, my nigga, where you from? Because we didn't know him first time seeing him, whatever the fuck he said. So I had hit him with, while he was talking, I just shot it out there because I just wanted to catch him off guard and didn't give him time to think, you know what I'm saying, to where he could lie to where. So I was like, who your OG is? Man, and when I tell you, and I done a video about this years ago, but this does say Lil Wayne.
Come on. I mean, music has spread it, but when speaking of Charlie Kirk, the Democrats and the Republicans can't figure it out.
Fuck them. Fuck them. Let me tell you something, man. I keep telling people, all this shit is a sham. It's a game, fam. If the government shut down, if this ain't proof that it's a game and that you being played, these people shut down the government and take assistance. My mother has one leg in a wheelchair. She's on SSI. They stopped, my kinfolk, Jessica just told me that she called and they talking about taking my T-lady food stamps and they gonna knock her disability down some. You know what I'm saying? I understand for who using the system and I know it's hard to just say who's using the system, you know what I'm saying, and who do and who don't need, but definitely people, if they over 50, 55, 60, you know them people need that shit, man. In a wheelchair, one leg, man, you know them people need that shit, man. You, I bet you that y'all getting y'all money. I bet you ain't one government official missing no goddamn meal. And then even if y'all don't get the money, y'all getting all these kickbacks and all these funds coming in from all these so-called donations and shit, you know what I'm saying, lobbyists and all this bitch ass. Man, y'all play this game like y'all care about the country or y'all care about the people. Man, get the f off the gas, because if you cared about people, none of these societal problems will be existing. Y'all will find a way to fix that shit. All y'all do is add on. It's a dog and pony show, man. It's all for likes, clicks, views, and America has the perfect system. Y'all sit up here every election cycle and lie about what the f you gonna do. Then once you get elected, you act like you trying to do some shit, but then when you don't do some shit, you say them that is the reason why we couldn't do the shit. The niggas on the other side of the aisle. It's a perfect system. And all the while, y'all sit up here 20, 30, 40 years getting fat, collecting checks. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't fix health care, but you got free health care. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't fix this welfare problem, but you getting your money. You rich than a mother. You going home to your nice house. No, Donald Trump don't give a fuck about who get what. That son of a bitch don't give a fuck about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody give a fuck, man.
How do you think it's gonna affect the hood? Because Thanksgiving's coming up.
Don't shit affect the hood. This shit been looking like this since the day I was born, man.
But at least we had food stamps.
It was barely enough in this below the poverty line, fam. At least you could buy a turkey for Thanksgiving. This is what we going with. This the narrative. You could, at least you could get a turkey on Thanksgiving. So this is what the we saying. Over all the shit I said, that's the underlying theme you gonna go with.
Well, I don't get food stamps personally.
No, because I could tell, because you said some stupid shit like that. At least they could have got a turkey. The fuck out of here, man. Shit ain't shit, man. How about fix? You got to go to the root. You got to really fix a problem, man. You got to address what's the root of it.
What's the root of it?
The whole system itself, man. The whole system is up and flawed. Everybody is out for a buck. Controlled, pretending like they got this power. It's smoke and mirrors, my nigga. These people ain't in control, and these people don't have the power that they pretend to have. But yet they'll never admit that shit. They'll never admit all the wrongdoing and all the bullshit that's going on. Like Bill Gates and the Jews, that's who running shit, man. These or they didn't let a whole big from South Africa come in here and start running shit. Elon Musk, his bitch ain't even born here. You know what I'm talking about? And he over here running shit. See how crazy shit is? But you people are so goddamn ignorant, and y'all buy into this false ass shit instead of really seeing shit for what the fuck it is. But y'all will get so goddamn incessantly up and mad at me for calling the shot and saying exactly what the fuck it is. And that's all the fuck I'm saying. I'm saying, man, all these people is bullshit all across the board. It don't matter what the fuck they say they represent.
You just touched on something big, but while we're on the topic of food, I want to end it with nutrition. Because one of the biggest issues that we deal with in the black community is our health.
Yeah.
I've seen you do like a watermelon fast. This is one of the first videos I've seen what you do.
That was a while back.
Yeah.
It wasn't watermelon, it was fruit. Well, watermelon was the base of it, but I was doing fruit. I done fruit for, strictly fruit for, damn, that was a while ago. I can't remember how long. My goal starting out was 7 days, and I think I ended up doing like over 3 weeks of just straight fruit.
Just straight fruit.
Just straight fruit.
What changes did you experience? How was it?
Well, I already been vegan for 5 years. I just recently started back eating fish and shrimp. You know what I'm saying? But I've been vegan for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So it really wasn't that much of a stretch. I just was trying something because I was talking to my partner Gooch, and we was talking about Cali Muscle, bodybuilder cat that came home from the penitentiary, and he was on an all fruit, all watermelon diet, and so I gave it a try. Watermelon was the base, but I was eating just fruit in general. It just wasn't strictly watermelon.
So with the veganism, right, for over 5 years, what led you to that?
I was trying to lose weight. I work out every day, but I couldn't. I had got hurt at work. A big ass wooden structure had fell on me, blew my knee out. I had to get my entire knee replaced, and I was down for a while. And then right when I got up to start, because I was working out, I was cut. Right when I got up to start back working out, COVID hit. You know what I'm saying? And so I was down for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? March 17th, the world opened back up. You know what I'm saying? I'll never forget the day. First place I went was the gym down here on Antoine, but my gym, I looked in the window and everything in that was gone. It was a little private facility. And I was like, damn, these bitches had been taking money out of my account though. But yeah, and so I ended up going to Muscle Heads on the south side. Shout out to Cliff. But I couldn't get the weight off. I had got old. I laid up 2 years, you know what I'm saying, and put on weight. And I couldn't get it off. So I said, well, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna try something different. And that's what led to vegan. Plus, I got bad genetics in my family. I sat and watched my pops. I watched 3 generations die because of health complications, diabetes, heart congestion, high blood pressure, getting limbs amputated because of health complications. Come on, fam. I watched 3 generations. I'd be a damn fool to sit up and follow this trend and not try to do something. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right, so, right.
Yeah. This has definitely been a great interview.
How long has it been?
I don't know. I don't know. But
yeah, if you want to end it, go ahead though.
Well, I feel like we've accomplished a lot. You know what I'm saying?
It's all on you, fam. I don't clock the time, and I don't, you know. When we going and we talking about good shit. But if this way you want to end the cake out there, get the fuck up out.
Well, I definitely wanted to ask you, was there anything you wanted to let your fans know personally?
Man, y'all tune in every day and see me, my nigga. So it's really nothing, you know. My motto is wake up and work, fam. Every day, wake up and work. You know, my TV show, Hip Hop Top 5 on Roku, Afro Vibes TV. Shout out to the bro Caleb Israel, the guard, and Philip over there at Afro Vibes. Yeah, that's where the TV show comes from, the book. Man, turning around, they can see my bro Caleb. We met in the penitentiary, and we wrote that book in the penitentiary. 2011. In 2011, I came home, typed it up, and had it printed out. You could hit me for a copy. You can get it off of Amazon. But it's a dope ass book. The TV show. Shout out to BAM, Orbit, Melody, Rico. We getting ready to start a TV show called Dinner With, a special guest. Where I got 10 Black-owned establishment, nice restaurants around the city, and we're gonna sit down with a special guest in each restaurant, highlighting the restaurant, the food, the staff, the ambiance, the drinks, you know, and just have a nice, cool, casual conversation. Nothing really pressing or urgent. Just a cool dinner conversation. shout out to Blue and Skrilla. We try to put together another TV show, a buddy comedy called The Adventures of Unc and Fat Black. You know, so I'm just working, man, and along with the shop, shout out to EMF again. What else I got, man? The movies that's supposed to be transpiring, and anything. Shout out to Carl Crawford. We got a couple things we done talked about. Hopefully we can come together and make that shit happen over there at 1501. And yeah, man, I just wake up and work, man. I just try to make every day productive. But before I go, this is one thing I want to touch on before I get up out of here. I got another motto I live by.
Okay.
Don't let a hoe ass nigga make you a hoe nigga. I do a lot for people. I'm single-handedly trying to change the culture of Houston, because Houston is really a selfish city. Like, niggas is real selfish in this city. Self-centered, self-serving, self-righteous. Like, niggas really don't care to help anybody or give a helping hand if it doesn't benefit them in some kind of way. I do, and niggas know. I don't have to name shit, I ain't gotta say shit. Niggas know that I do a lot. I bring niggas up in rooms when is talking and it's something that they could possibly do or get paid from. I'm not in the middle trying to middleman. I ain't never jacked up no price trying to get paid off of niggas. I wear niggas shit. Shout out to Wealth Culture. I wear niggas shit. I do a lot for people, man, because I could get mine on the back end, my blessing on the back end, fam. I don't necessarily charge all the time or do something because there's a personal gain for me. I do it because it's a real thing to do and it's a good thing to do. And, you know, I'm paying the universe back for a little bit of the debt I owe for shit that I done, that I caused problems within the community, being who I am, and I do it for, you know, because it's just real, man. But Houston is a selfish city, and a lot of you cake ass niggas, my nigga, like y'all really get a game of black eye. It's a lot of niggas a lot of niggas just really don't like me. Niggas fuck with me because they gotta fuck with me because these niggas know my pedigree, my history. They know, like, I really am that, fam. I really come from that. Everything what niggas say they is or trying to be or trying to do, I have done in these streets, man. You know what I'm saying? And this is not bragging or nothing. It's just a part of who the f I am. And the thing about it is, let's just call a spade a spade. A lot of these niggas ain't street niggas. Ain't nothing wrong with it. And niggas try to portray to be street niggas. A lot of these niggas been rapping since we watched you, fam. You was 14, 15, 16, fam. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way you had time to do all this gangster shit or all this street shit you talking about in the time that we seen you rapping and coming up, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with it. You not no street nigga, or you a hood nigga that's been around street niggas, or you're a hood nigga that whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? You grew up around street niggas. You got a family full of street niggas and hustlers or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because the streets shape your perspective. That's why when I said what I said about Jay-Z, because trust me, Jay-Z know I ain't lying. Deep down in Jay-Z, he know everything that I say stuck to his ribs. Probably hurt a little bit because he like, damn, he know he sold out. He know as a street nigga, he know the oath we take not to change, to keep it real with our people. As a street nigga, you have a certain perspective and a certain core belief. See, a lot of in the comments just be making comments and just be good, but you don't know. You know what I'm saying? And you never walked or seen a certain aspect of life, so you don't even understand. The conversation really don't even be for y'all, but y'all just interject your bullshit opinion and ideas in it when you really don't even know what the fuck you talking about. But so we got a certain perspective and way of looking at things. It's a real way. It's an extremely real way of looking at things. You know what I'm saying? And these niggas ain't got it because these niggas don't know what it means to come home from the penitentiary and don't have nothing but $100 check to your name. Not even 100, they give you 50 when you get out and 50 when you go see your parole. They don't know what that means, that's all you got to your name and you gotta make something shake. I don't know what that means. They don't know what it means to not have nothing and you gotta take something to get something. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They don't know what it means to be out there all night. Laws, jackers, anybody roll up, in the middle of the night. Dope fiend run off with your shit. Anything.
When you say they, are you talking about the industry?
Yeah, these and these who idolize, and I'm not saying that you're not a real nigga, or I'm not saying you're not a hustler. I'm just saying you're not a street nigga, man, and you don't have a street perspective. You don't, and everything shapes your viewpoint. A lot of these niggas get money and then try to turn into a real nigga, a killer, a street nigga. You know what I'm saying? Trying to be something that you ain't, fam. And that shit really fucks the game up. And since you got what I call sad fads. SADFAD, suck a dick for $1 ass niggas. You niggas is sad fad. You niggas will suck a dick for $1. Y'all niggas ride niggas because they got money. These niggas be snitches, homosexuals, pedophiles, bitch ass niggas, sellouts, all this shit here. But all you niggas care about is that these niggas got money, and then when a nigga go to checking them on character flaws and defects, you get more upset than a nigga who will never be checking, because the niggas know that they out of line. But because you idolize a nigga and you got dreams of having money and being a bitch ass nigga yourself, because that's the only reason you could get mad at a nigga for checking a nigga for being a bitch. Oh, you hating because you ain't. Nah, I done had money, man. It's about character, integrity, and principle. That's what the black people have lost. Niggas do not care about principle.
Who would you say? And I don't want to be messy with it. You know what I mean?
You trying to be messy.
Well, I'm attempting. I ain't just trying. You know, but the Mount Rushmore of, you know, you could say selfish.
I'm not gonna even do that. Them niggas know who they is, man. It's not for that. This conversation isn't for that, fam. Now, if we talk on camera, that's one thing, but this conversation isn't for that. This conversation is to correct the attitude, the action. That's what we need.
And I only say that
because naming a nigga is only gonna take this conversation somewhere that it's not gonna address the behavior that needs to be fixed. You want some clicks. I need to fix clicks. I need a fix. Niggas know who a hoe ass nigga is. I don't have to. It's a hoe ass nigga right around the corner. It's a hoe ass nigga sitting next to you.
But do they really know? Because
niggas know.
To be in my eyes.
Niggas know when they do some hoe ass shit. I know when I do hoe ass shit.
But that's what make you a real nigga. A hoe ass nigga not gonna know when they do hoe ass shit.
Man,
that's part of the character flaw.
That's a bad. That was a bad. That was a bad.
I know we've been in here for a little minute.
Oh, we good, my G. This my stove, fam.
Okay, yeah, shout out to you for the stove.
Shout out to
Marble Flows.
EMF, the family, like a shout out to my bro JR for bringing me in. You know what I'm saying? And us collaborating on I think my store is the 20th EMF store in the city. I think he's finna do 4 in Dallas. I think he got 2 in Killeen, if I'm not mistaken. I was just on the phone with him. That was Saturday because I was coming home from, or was that Friday? But he was going to San Antonio to look at properties in San Antonio because he was thinking about opening up 2 in the Tone. So, you know, he the largest black grower and black dispensary franchise in the South. Yeah.
We looking for franchises over here at Real Tune. You know, if you ever want to expand down 59 South, you know, we right here for you.
Yeah.
Shameless plug, man, but shout out to Black Excellence for
Like
sure.
With his he right now you might don't see him because he somewhere in hiding training for next year's hot dog eating contest with your Shipley's Bear Claw built that cake ass nigga. You knew I had to get you.
Now, right now we're in the hood.
Yeah, Acres Home.
Acres Home, 4-4.
Yeah.
4-4.
4-4.
Actually.
Yeah. Lynn said 4-4. You might not make it off the block. You say that. Yeah, but what's up?
Well, the hood ain't doing too good right now.
Nah, it definitely ain't. We actually losing our hood. You know what I'm saying? It's being gentrified and it's being bought up at a tremendous rate. You know, all the old folks left this property to their kids, and a lot of it was lost because of drug habits. A lot of it was lost because it was deemed cheap, inexpensive, or not worthy of keeping, you know, and want to flee the hood because a got real bad vices about being up under the white man. You need to leave the hood because it's a lot of, I just done a post with Real Life Street Store. Well, I done an interview with Real Life, and I spoke about Jay-Z, and I spoke about him not going back to Marcy, and amongst other things, but just want to cue in on the like going back to Marcy aspect of everything I said but all the comments. Let me say something. Black people have a great and rich, plush, bountiful, and copied, adored, admired culture. But the subcultures within our culture that's attached to our culture, like gang culture, or street culture, or snitch culture, sellout culture, is a real big thing. And like it's something that, see the thing, black people have so much of white people up in them that we want to act oblivious to who we are as a people, or when something happens within our community, or it's a sect. I'm not gonna say we, but some of us choose to ignore it or act like. The only way you could heal or fix us as a people is we address everything. Matters how uncomfortable it is, matters how it make you feel. Man, that's what's wrong with black people. No, what's wrong with black people is acting like something don't exist when that is a problem. It's a definite problem. The black wealthy and elite is a problem to us communally, because they are tools. They not here to help and to better us as a people. And you see that we give people a pass because they have money. That's a problem. If we're gonna say that we want to better ourselves as a people, but you're gonna give somebody a pass, that's like the family knows somebody messing with kids, but don't nobody in the family say nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, fam, that's, you know, we got to address that. And it tells me, the comment section because I usually don't care about comments, but I just monitor that because the comment shows that we have so many potential sets, and a lot of them people in those comments will swear that they are for us as a people and for the cause and everything, but you are a potential sellout. If given the opportunity, you would take the money and run. You feel like, get out the hood, why come back? Because it's people that need you. Not once did I say Jay-Z need to stay in the hood. He need to be in the hood every day. That's not what I said. But you definitely owe something to the people. Ice Cube got a song called Be True to the Game. A lot of you cake ass niggas need to go listen to that song, man. Because Jay-Z want to continue to eat off the hood and eat off the people. He definitely, when them white folks told him say something cool to calm these niggas down, and when he went to the NFL and want to act like he's a spokesman for us, so yeah, he shall be judged by us. Because you can't say that you're a spokesman for us when you don't know, you ain't even checked the temperature of the people that you claiming to represent. You can't say you speak for us and you know what our problems is and know what we need if you haven't been there and talked to anybody. When you haven't sat down with the community, all you doing is judging and looking from afar, trying to tell me what's wrong with me or what we need. He said, we ain't kneeling no more. No, my, how about we ain't kneeling no more until the police stop killing no more? Yeah, or how about we ain't kneeling no more, we standing up? No, you ain't gonna say that because the wife that wouldn't go over well with them white folks. No, man. So, you know, we got a real problem with us as a people. We got a whole bunch of potential sellouts, man.
I think it was Brother Malcolm who once said that no one man can rise above the condition of his people.
Yeah.
Because regardless of if you a doctor, you a lawyer, you a rapper, at the end of the day, when you take that shit off, you still.
He said it, he got a song. The story of OJ, he got a song, but at the same time, he, you know, they get that money and you can't tell him him and Beyonce ain't better than us.
I'm not black, I'm OJ.
Yeah, okay. You can't tell, you know, everybody around you kissing your ass. And black people, you know, you want to out of black. It's a problem when you want to see, everything is a weapon. The white man specializes in weaponizing everything. They not, especially something that's deemed black, they not gonna accept it and promote it unless they can use it and use it at their discretion. None of these, you see what happens when a star athlete really stands on business about black people. What happened to Colin Kaepernick?
Sit down. What happened to Kyrie Irving during the bubble?
Yeah. You see what happened to them when they stand on, when a celebrity they stand on business about us as a people, fam. You see what happened. And they make sure that they do it publicly and they lynch them publicly. If they lynch, they pocketbooks, they lynch their status, they lynch the narrative about them. They don't have to necessarily kill them. They'll kill them with a false narrative or some information they got on them. How dare you think that you are one of them or you try to connect with them? No, that's not what your status and what your job is here.
Speaking of lynchings, wasn't there somebody found hanging in Houston?
610, a homeless man, I believe.
Oh, it was a homeless man.
I believe so. I seen a little clip. I can't remember on whose page it was, but yeah, it was a homeless man, I believe, hanging from a bridge. I didn't dive into it, but I seen a little bit of it.
Nobody really dives into it, but we just seen that in Mississippi where a black man was lynched at the
Yeah,
school.
because like I said, everything has been weaponized, and we have been desensitized to our own trauma and oppression. It happens so much that, okay, another dead. You know what I'm saying? That's why it was so funny that they blew up about Charlie Kirk, like was supposed to react and be so frantic behind this bitch white boy. Like, do you see what do we face on a daily as a black person? Like, have you counted up all the dead bodies? And you telling me we supposed to get excited about this white boy? Fuck him. You know what I'm saying?
Well, speaking of,
But yeah.
Hey, real tone, it's some real money in the room.